the 2 messages you left with Ruth, how come this last one's a number in Chicago?
Well, the first time I called, I didn't know if I was going to be staying over. And then I called and left the number the second time.
You sound kind of funny. Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. How's everything going in Denver?
Oh, man, I tell you, I've been working my buns off, but I think I got an Olympic name to come in and make the address at the Special Olympic Games tomorrow for Mansfield, so it'll be all right. It's a close call.
I know that everything is going to work out tomorrow. It's going to be really special for the kids. How's Ruthie?
Now, Eleanor, I did not call to talk about Ruthie. I would like to know why you're spending the night in Chicago on Holden's first night back in Oakdale.
I want you to stay over tonight so I can check for any excess bleeding in the morning. There's nothing to worry about. It often occurs when a pregnancy is terminated.
Ellie? Ellie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Kirk.
I never met anyone named Angel before. In fact, I haven't met very many people at all since my accident. Until recently, that is.
I know. Would you like to come in? I want to tell you how sorry I am for everything that's happened.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, I could tell that you knew me from the way you said my name. Please forgive me for not remembering you, Angel.
Of course. Why don't you sit down? And...
No, I can't. My brother Seth, he's waiting in the car for me. I just wanted to tell Lily that I'm sorry for hurting her earlier. I didn't mean to.
She's not here. Well, I was talking to her on the phone earlier, and I'm sure she understands that. It's just so difficult for her because, well, you had a wonderful marriage, and she loves you so much.
Are you related to her family, Angel?
No, not really. Could you just hold on a minute while I get this? Hello?
Hi, Angel, it's me. I forgot to tell you, I'm gonna come by tomorrow morning. I need some clothes for work.
Lily, he's here. He came by to say that he's sorry for what happened earlier.
Randy, I'm glad you're still here.
I've been here ever since they brought you in. Daryl, I can't begin to tell you how very sorry I am for all the times that I doubted you.
Don't even finish that. We've used those words so often the past few months. I just thank God I was able to save you from Jessup before it's too late.
Margot said that if he had carried out the final stages of Gavin's plan, that we would both be dead now. I'm really sorry.
That's a start. Franny, the real question is, what do we do now after all that's happened?
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Duncan Hines, helping you bake your moist, delicious best.
How to make the most of a chocolate craving.
Mom, you know what I'm thinking?
You're thinking what I'm thinking?
Brownie. Only Duncan Hines Double Fudge Brownies gives you both chocolate fudge in the batter and a packet of extra fudge. So you get chewy chocolate double fudge brownies.
Know what I'm thinking?
These are delicious?
Know what else?
Okay.
How to make your moist, delicious best. Duncan Hines.
Chill out, man.
Hey, Mom. No bouncing in my kitchen, guys.
Hey, I'm thirsty. Yeah, what do you got?
Check it out. We got a soda, OJ, purple stuff, Sunny Delight.
Try Sunny D. Sunny D.
Tastes like orange and tangerine.
Yeah, lime.
Some healthy junk, too. Yeah, you could use some. Hey, overtime, guys. You gotta cool them off.
Sunny Delight. The good stuff kids go for.
A whole paper towel can be too much. Or too little. Now there's Selecticize, the Bounty you customize. Special smaller sheets. Only Bounty lets you pick out 1 sheet for small jobs, 2 sheets for regular jobs, 3 sheets for large jobs. And it's 50% longer than regular Bounty. Selecticize, the Bounty you customize.
A quicker, thicker, thicker rubber.
Bounty Selecticize.
I can't believe that he's there. I asked him to come with me, and he turned me down flat.
Well, he's right here, and he wants to say he's sorry.
May I speak to Lily, Angel?
Lily, it's Holden.
Hello, Lily. I'm sorry that you're not here. I just wanted to say that I didn't mean to hurt you earlier.
I know you didn't mean to. And I know that I was pushing, even though I promised myself I wouldn't.
Look, I know that you expect more from me than I can give you right now. And I'm sorry that I can't remember the things that you say that we've shared.
Holden, let's just try starting out tomorrow fresh. And I promise I'll do better.
But it's not your fault, Lily. I was thinking that maybe it was just a big mistake for me to come here so soon after just meeting you all in New York.
Oh, no. No, please don't feel that way. I know that this is very hard for you, but it is so important that you're home here with your family and with me.
I gotta go. Good night, Lily.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
I shouldn't have come here. I shouldn't have come here. I should have been at the farmhouse when he
you
came.
didn't know he'd turn up. What you need, you got. You've got to be awake, refreshed, surrounded by people who love you and who understand you.
Yeah, but I wanted to be there when he came into the farmhouse for the first time.
It could be even more painful, darling, because he doesn't remember anything that he sees. I've spent my whole life trying to keep you from pain, and I certainly have made a mess of this.
Oh, Mother, don't feel that way, all right? You and Iva are the 2 people that have gotten me through this whole thing.
I'm so glad that you called, given everything that you're going through. But, baby, I am so wiped out. I think I need to sleep.
Yeah, you sound pretty worn out. But I'm not going to get off this phone until you tell me exactly where you're staying tonight.
I'm staying with a girlfriend that I used to work with up here in Chicago. We were having dinner anyway, so I thought it would be nicer than a hotel.
Oh, yeah? Why haven't I ever met this girlfriend?
Well, you would have met her if you ever came to Chicago with me.
Touché. I'm sorry about that, honey. You know I'd be there if I didn't have this emergency. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I know that. I'm gonna go to sleep now, Anderson. Love you.
I love you too, Anderson. Sleep well. Good night. Come on in. What's all this?
Well, you spent so long at our offices trying to find a replacement, I'm sure that you never took time for dinner. So I brought you a snack.
Well, thank you. I didn't realize I was hungry until this very moment.
Aha. I also brought a scotch for you and some tea for me.
A song title if I ever heard one. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
Well,
Did you get through to Ellie?
Yeah, she was half asleep.
Really? She must be working awfully hard. It's not even 9:30 back there.
Yeah, you know, you're right. I've been so crazy I didn't even think about the time. Ellie's usually a night owl.
Still, I would think that the situation with Holden has taken a tremendous toll on her, on the whole family.
Yeah, of course. I didn't even ask about it. Well, maybe I'll call the farm a little later.
You know, I feel that Ellie's reluctance to start a family is even more surprising, knowing that she comes from such a large, close-knit family herself.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that, because I think she's softening up on this a little bit. She hasn't said anything to me, but I've seen her with her sister's little boy, Aaron. She's terrific with him. So I think, just a hunch, that maybe by next spring she'll be ready to add another crew member on board the yacht, as it were.
Here, here. I'll drink to that.
Graham, I know you're tired. Why don't you and Mac go ahead, and Margot and I'll make sure Franny gets home all right.
But you need your rest as well. You have to get up early tomorrow to vote for yourself, and then you have a long day and evening ahead of you. Besides, Dan and I thought we'd stay over at Kim's with Franny.
Oh, that's a great idea, Graham. She's going to need all of our support after everything she's been through tonight.
You know, Tom, just for the record, this last plan of Gavin's, which failed, thank heavens, that proves that your two convictions were solid and just.
You know, that's a big relief, Mac. When I finally read the letter that Gavin sent to Franny, I started to wonder, has this guy been telling the truth all along? Imagine what an awful feeling it is to think that you might have put the wrong guy behind bars.
Well, I never doubted old Harry for a second. Feet of clay, yes, definitely. But a murderer?
Yeah, well, Franny's going to be going through hell now, trying to get past all that stuff that she accused Darryl of.
Yeah, I don't envy her that.
Is Mrs. Crawford with the patient now?
She's in there now.
I don't know. I don't know where we begin to repair the damage.
I didn't expect an answer anyway. Yeah, maybe we just need to sleep on it.
Well, I don't know how much sleep I'm going to be able to get.
Hey, the worst is over. We just need time to heal. Give that little Carrie a kiss for me when you get home, will you?
Sorry to cut this short, Mrs. Crawford, but the patient needs sleep and more medication to help him do that.
All right, Dr. Palin, I was just about to leave.
Our wedded bliss could be over. All we have left are 2 NyQuil liquid caps of these other pills.
You take the liquid caps. You've got a big day tomorrow.
Why should you suffer? I'll take these.
But then you could still be up tonight with the sore throat and a cough, and you need the rest more than me. I insist.
The power of liquid medicine the way you want it. Vicks NyQuil liquid caps. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine.
I just hope my coughing doesn't keep you awake, riddled with guilt.
This is the beginning of fully conditioned, great-looking hair. Head & Shoulders 2-in-1. You get complete conditioners with our proven dandruff shampoo all in one for what could be the end of flakes and the beginning of something great. Head & Shoulders 2-in-1.
What if you could get the fiber you need for regularity in a crisp, delicious wafer? Well, now you can. Metamucil wafers. All the effectiveness of Metamucil, and it tastes like a cookie. Metamucil wafers.
The world of toothpaste has been turned upside down. Introducing the Colgate Clean and Easy Stand-Up Tube. What was once uncontrollable is now predictable. What was once lost, you can now find. What was once a mess is now clean as can be. Colgate's Advanced Formula Toothpaste. Now in the new stand-up tube. No other tube of toothpaste stands up to it.
A bizarre death points police to a surprising suspect.
A singing serial killer nun.
An all-new picket fences Friday.
Well, we're all still in shock. I mean, Franny might have died if Darryl hadn't stepped in and risked his life for her.
Wow. I guess that's what's meant by true love, huh?
You sound pretty down. What's wrong?
Oh, I was at the farm when Ellie and Seth brought Emma home from the airport. She made her feelings painfully clear about me and asked me to leave, so I did.
That must have been kind of rough. I'm sorry. But listen, I know Emma, and I'm sure she'll come around in time.
I don't know. I mean, she hasn't forgiven Iva, and Iva's her daughter. And of course, there's poor Caleb who's stuck right in the middle of all this.
Trust me, Julie. It'll all work out fine. I really have to go. Bye. So did you get Miss Carol and Dana down to sleep?
Yeah, finally. It's as if that little girl senses what her mom and dad have been through tonight.
Well, hopefully by the time she's old enough to understand, Franny and Daryl will be back together, and maybe they'll have some kids of their own. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking about what you just said, Andy. I don't think it's going to be that easy for Franny and Daryl to get back together after what they've been through.
Well, I didn't say it was going to be easy, but they'll do it.
I hope so.
Hey, look, being around you, Courtney, has made me believe that anything's possible if two people love each other, and they're 100% honest about how they feel about each other. Anything's possible.
Well, I'm going to need all the help I can get to help Holden feel comfortable here at home again, especially with Lily.
Well, I think it was a good sign that he asked Seth to drive him over there so he could apologize to her.
Yes, that was a blessing. Thank you for suggesting it.
Oh, suggesting is the operative word. It's very important for Holden to feel he can make his own decisions and not be pushed into them. Do you understand?
I understand that with my head, but not my heart. And I think that's going to be particularly hard on Lily.
I know. But I saw Mark changing her overnight in New York. And that's the help that Holden needs. He doesn't know anyone who's known him. So they have to step back, offer him support and affection, and give him time to return it. And he will. But he's not very comfortable with emotion. But he's full with feelings and compassion.
Just as you are, young lady. Oh. Thank you. Thank you for taking good care of Holden.
Emma, you're very welcome.
Seth and Holden back yet?
No, Caleb.
Marcia, I thought it might be a good idea if I took Holden around the farm, showed him around. Because that sounds so strange, doesn't it? Holden knows this farm better than anybody.
Knew it, Caleb. He doesn't anymore. So by all means, show it to him, but only if he's interested. But don't try to push it.
No, I wouldn't do that, no. I saw what happened with him and Lily. Because I gotta tell you, him walking in here and not recognizing me, it's one of the strangest things I've ever experienced.
Well, remember, it's very strange for him to know that he has a relationship with each member of this family and not be able to deal with any of them yet.
All right, well, I thought I might just take a drive. Figured the fewer people here when Holden arrived, the better.
Shall I expect you later, or are you going to spend the night with Julie?
I don't know, Mama. I hope, though, that you change your mind about Julie real soon.
We should probably think about getting to bed soon, yeah?
Well, I'm going to wait for Holden. I want to hear how his conversation with Lily went. Okay?
I remember Lily saying that we decorated this whole place ourselves. And that this was the place that we lost the baby.
Yes, that's true. It was a very sad time for both of you.
Well, I can't remember it. I lost all the sad memories, along with the happy ones. It's a very nice place, though.
Yes, I like staying here.
You were about to tell me before Lily called. Are you related to Lily's family?
No, but we're very close, and I'm quite fond of her. Holden, I don't mean to complicate things for you, but the answer to your question is that you and I were once married.
It's not worth all this boo-hooing. Loping over your hair just isn't the 90s thing to do. Make your hair beautiful. I sure did, with Preference by L'Oreal. It gives me glorious, shining color, and nothing conditions better. So buck up, baby. Develop an attitude. I sure did. You can have beautiful hair, but only if you say, I'm worth it.
Rich Conditioning Preference by L'Oreal.
Anne, I thought you were home with a miserable cold.
I took Comtrex, and I feel better.
You didn't take Sudafed for your stuffy nose? Chlortrimeton for your sneezing?
I only took Comtrex.
Regular Tylenol for headaches, body aches, Benylin DM for your cough?
All I took was Comtrex.
She'd have to take each of these just to get all the relief that's in 2 Comtrex. Comtrex does it all. And look for day-night Comtrex. Day relieves without drowsiness. Night has added relief so you can sleep.
Just when I need someone to love me, just when I think the world's too cold, there you are, right there beside me. There you are in my heart, standing by me once again. There
Sheba, because you cherish your cat.
It started as a dream that turned into a nightmare.
We've got trouble, Ross.
Put on some clothes.
If you think the presidential race is strange,
Congratulations, Senator Marler.
quick, turn on the light. A very different guiding light today on CBS.
This is CBS on TV2.
Right now, this is going to do it. This is going to put you to sleep. Chamomile tea. Nice and warm. Oh, reminds me. Of the old days. Sometimes, remember? We'd sit and we'd talk usually at night. Mention problems. Or this or that.
You could have seen Holden's face when I told him that we had lost our first baby.
Oh, dear.
Do you know why Iva and John didn't get married? I asked, but no one gave me a straight answer. And it just seemed very strange.
I don't know, darling. I can conjecture. John is so difficult. Maybe Iva just decided, forget it.
But they were so much in love, and she's carrying his baby. There's also some tension between Emma and Iva. I noticed that in New York, and I didn't say anything, but I thought maybe that had to do with the wedding, too.
Oh, dear, I would think with all that was going on in New York, it's just natural. Even the most perfect families have tension. Drink up, drink up. You sure you don't feel just a little bit sleepy? You look ready?
No.
No. You want to be alone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for understanding.
Okay, my darling. Oh, I go. Oh, by the way, just sleep in. For heaven's sake, do not even give a moment's thought of coming into the office tomorrow, all right? Promise.
The office, I hadn't even... Did Scott leave?
Yeah, long ago. He wishes you happy dreams.
He's a sweet guy. Is this new? It's very pretty.
Yeah, I got it when I was in New York on the Meridian trip.
I'm not about to let this thing rob us of the intimacy we've always shared. The intimacy that's been such an important part of our marriage. Okay, I checked. I rechecked. I whispered in their ears. I tickled them.
No.
Everybody is asleep, safe and sound.
I like hearing that. Ricky, too?
Mickey, too.
Thank you so much for talking to Lorraine. But really, I think it was a mistake to have Ricky here with me.
No, it's no mistake. Come on. I'm glad Dr. Fallon gave Franny something to help her sleep, I tell you that.
Oh, trust me, Franny is not going to be sleeping tonight. Not with everything she's got to deal with. You know, I had a talk with Daryl a couple of days ago. He said he just didn't know how he was going to work his way back to a solid relationship with her, and I'm sure that Franny's thinking the same thing after everything she accused him of.
That's gonna be a rough road if they ever get that relationship back on its feet.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm glad that we got over all the hurdles that ever got in our way.
Me too. Me too. You better get some sleep if you're going to wake up and be your smiling, charismatic self at the polls tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow may be election day for the public, but on my little mental private calendar, happens to be the day of your first testing, so that's where I'm going to be.
Make you a deal. Make you a deal right here, right now. Tomorrow, we go for positive results for you and negative results for me. Is that fair enough?
That's fair.
I think we should let her sleep there as long as she can. Poor child's exhausted.
I'm really glad you guys are staying over. It's good. Should we call Mom and Bob?
I've thought about that, dear. There's really nothing they can do right now, and the danger is over for Franny, so perhaps we should wait.
Okay.
Franny, I swear I'm innocent of everything Gavin Kruger accused me of.
Stop it! Get it here!
What are you gonna do, Daryl? Kill me too? Do it! Do it!
Oh, Franny. Come here. Stop!
Daryl, I'm scared. Please shut the doors.
You don't have to be scared of me, Franny. I only stopped this thing so I could get your attention so you'd listen to me. Explain it all, Franny. Let me explain every one of those lies that was in Gavin's
I bet you can. I'll bet you can.
Franny, I'm not a murderer.
Then tell me what happened to the things in the safe, Daryl. Where are they?
I don't know. I'm not responsible for this.
Oh, fine. Fine. Then you report it to the police.
Let her go, Jess.
Sorry, but that's not how the plan works, Crawford.
I said let her go, damn it. Now!
I was nuts about cars when I was a kid. Looks like Tommy's following in my footsteps. So I saw this racing set made for little kids, play school motoring. So I had to get it. Yeah, for Tommy. We put it together in a snap. Then we hit the road. The kid drives like a pro.
Then you can't catch me.
We raced and chased
Look out!
and crashed a lot. My wife thinks that I like motoring as much as Tommy. And she's right. She's right.
Now, as the world turns.
I just wanted to get my drink. Why don't we go out to the living room where it's more comfortable?
Well, with Lisa staying at Barbara's, why do we have to go out in the living room at all?
Isn't Emma expecting you home? Pretty sure you didn't tell her you were coming here to see me.
No, I didn't. But she did guess.
I I doubt if she's ever going to feel the same way about me. Look how she's dealing with Iva. When Lily finds out, and she will find out eventually. Oh, God, I don't want to think about it.
I don't want to think about it either, Julie. And when I found out that what the New York doctor said about Holden was true, that there was very little I could do to help him, all I could think about was coming here to you. Because I knew that you could make me feel better.
I'm glad you're feeling better, sweetie. But I need you to be honest with me.
Okay. About what?
Seeing Holden and knowing why he came to New York, didn't it at least cross your mind that I might be partly responsible for what happened to him?
Yes, it did. But I also knew that you and Andy concocted those lies to try to help Lily and Holden, not to hurt them.
Well, that's the truth.
I know it is.
I just don't think that anybody else is going to give us that kind of benefit of a doubt.
I am not anybody else. I am the guy who's going to give you the happily ever after that you're looking for.
I just don't know if I believe in happy ever after.
Well, I do.
You know, Ruth, I've seen her with her sister's little boy, Aaron. She's terrific with him. So I wouldn't be surprised if by spring Ellie decides to start adding a crew to our yacht, as it were. That's a nice dream, Anderson.
Chocolate stuff? Nope. Any candy sprinkles? Is there anything in there? Well, I can hear it.
There isn't a lot of sugar in Kix. That's what Moms like. But there is a crisp corn crunch that kids like.
Want to split it? Nah, you can have it. I'll get some more.
Kix, kid tested, mother approved.
I hope he gets more than one.
Sears Portrait Studio's best offer ever will have the angels smiling this Christmas. Get our $12.95 package, plus 40 portraits, free. 5 greeting cards, free. And our new Christmas background, free. Hurry in for Sears' best offer ever, and you'll see why angels won't be the only ones smiling.
Every day, you've got the choice to feel your most beautiful with Salon Selective.
Come on. Come on, who's getting up first?
That'd be you.
No.
I think that'd be you.
Guess what? It's election day. It's election day. Who's getting up first?
me. It's me. All right, I'll get up. I'll wake the boys, I'll dress them, I'll feed them, I'll take them in the car to Mom's, and then I'll go to the polls and vote for the incumbent.
Spoken like a true patriot. Now, may I have my real? A real one. You're so sexy.
I know. Listen, after I vote for you, I have to, go up to Chicago. There's another meeting, the support group.
Good.
I'll go with you.
Thanks, you won't have to do that. You're going to be very busy answering congratulatory letters and answering the phone. Hello, Mr. D.A.
I
Hello,
hope I am.
Mr. D.A.
I hope I am, but I'll make time to go with you. That's where I want to be.
You know I love you so much.
I got something rotten to tell you. Elroy Nevins is not going to get sentenced until next month.
All right, well, that's understandable. Oh, it's not. Why? Why?
You know why, sweetie? Court red tape and cagey lawyers. You know why.
But when he is, I want him put away for a long, long time. Maybe even longer, Tom. I want him put in a very small little box with bars.
Okay.
And I want them to send me the key.
Okay. Ed Hamilton wants me in court when he's sentenced. He wants me to appear before the judge as your husband, and I don't think I can face that creep again. I keep flashing back to that day in jail when he told me that he knew he was HIV positive when he attacked you. It's the first time I ever realized it. That your husband could kill somebody.
Franny, dear.
Hi, Fran.
I hoped you'd
How
be
are
able
ya?
to sleep a little later.
Oh, I was a little too restless to do that, Graham. Thanks for letting me sleep on the couch and for covering me up. It was very sweet.
I used to do that often when you were a little girl.
Seems like about 100 years ago now, Graham. Well, I heard my little girl babbling away with Joyce in the kitchen, so I think I'm going to try to pull myself together and get us both dressed and take her down to see her daddy.
You better check with the hospital first about that, dear. I hope it doesn't upset Carrie to see her father in this condition.
Oh, I don't think it will, Graham. Besides, I think it'll do Daryl a world of good for him to see his little girl. Graham, how could I believe that he would ever actually harm her?
Franny, dear, I know it must have been awful for you living through these terrible doubts about your husband, but after what happened last night, darling, surely all those doubts are laid to rest.
They are, Graham, but it doesn't change the fact that I had them. Or accuse Daryl of so many horrible things. How can I ever make up for something like that?
Well, I'm happy for you two. It's wonderful you got a second chance.
Thanks. We think so. And you and Franny will, too.
Yeah. You know, a little advice from me, just enjoy it, you know, revel in it, because loving somebody that loves you is the most wonderful gift in this world.
Yeah, Daryl. We both know that now.
You get that for me?
Sure.
Just need a little help with it. Just, yeah.
Hello? This is Daryl Crawford's room. Yes, hold on one second. It's a Charles DeWitt.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to hold it for you?
Yeah, I got it. Charles, it is so good to hear from you. You've heard already? No, I'm gonna be all right. I'll be fine, the doctors say. Yeah. Well, look, I tell you, as soon as you get in, come straight out to Memorial. Yeah. Great. Looking forward to seeing you. All right, bye. That was Charles DeWitt, Carolyn's uncle. He and Candace Rogers have been in Europe for the past few weeks. They're flying in to see me. Yeah, it's crazy. If they had just shown up a couple of weeks ago, things would be so different this morning.
What you're about to see is not a pretty sight. Look what ugly tartar can do to your family's teeth. Now look at the difference when you see the dentist regularly and brush with a tartar-control toothpaste like Aquafresh. Dentists know the ingredients in those Aquafresh stripes fight cavities and fight tartar buildup. As a mom,
Pussycat! Good morning, my darling.
darling. I've been tiptoeing around so I wouldn't disturb you and wake you up, and you're...
I'm going out to the farm.
To the farm.
Yeah, I'm not going to give up on Holden. If the rest of the family can deal with him the way Dr. McKay says that we have to, then I can too.
Sweetheart, wait a minute. You're not Dr. God. No, I can't do that, actually. The poor guy. A mother-in-law? He doesn't remember.
Thanks for taking care of me last night.
Anytime. I just wish I could keep you from all the pain in the whole world, always. Oh, they're pretty. Put them anywhere, and I'll read the card later.
But they're for Miss Lily.
Oh.
I wonder. Scott. Lily, I hope you feel better this morning.
Huh.
That's very nice.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
Julie.
Well, hi, Julie. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, too. Uh-oh. Shouldn't you have been at work at the farm hours ago?
Yeah, but I couldn't pull myself away.
Oh.
Besides, my man Hutch will take care of me, don't you worry.
Do you think that Holden will want to go back to work at the farm eventually? Maybe he'll rediscover his business talents and want to do that.
Yeah, maybe. It's a little early to tell.
What's his therapist like?
She's young. She's mid-20s. She's attractive. He won't let her out of his sight.
Really? That must be so hard on Lily.
Yeah, I think it's tough, but it's just patient therapist stuff. Well, I guess I have to go to work, tear myself away. Besides, I want another crack at straightening things out between you and Mama.
Caleb, I don't want you to do anything or say anything that's going to make it harder on her. She's got enough on her mind right now.
I know. I'll be cool. Besides, you are my #1 priority.
Any more breakfast, anyone, Holden?
No, thanks. I'm
No?
stuffed.
Oh, well, that makes 2 of us, Mama. You did it again.
Marcia, now, come on.
No, I can't even button my jeans. I've never had a breakfast like this. I know my mother's a good cook, and that's really saying something.
No, your mother is the best cook that I ever... I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to come out that way.
I know. Marcia, I'd love to meet your parents sometime.
Oh, they would love it here. You know, they always talked about when they retired that they would get a little place in the country so they could garden and raise chickens. But, you know, with my brothers and the sisters and the grandchildren living nearby, I don't think it'll ever come true.
Well, I'm very lucky that way. All my children come home.
Well, so what do you say? You like to have a little tour of the farm now that it's daylight?
No, I think that I'd just rather show myself around. Same way I did when I was in New York. Would you like to come with me, Marcia?
Yes, I'd like that.
You know, it's funny. I'm usually in physical therapy now.
Oh, John Dixon said last night that he was ready to set up a therapy session as soon as you feel up to it.
Wonderful. The sooner the better. Good morning.
Good
morning. Good morning.
Oh, hey, Angel. It's really good to see you again.
Well, it's good to see you, too. You didn't think I'd forget you asked me to breakfast this morning, did you?
You've been dieting with a very special day in mind, which could mean you're not getting your daily amount of protein, because many foods that provide protein are also high in fat. But not this one, Kellogg's Special K, the only cereal that's fat-free and a good source of protein. So make Special K part of your future plans and get into that dress you've been dying to wear. Kellogg's Special K. Get the protein, lose the fat.
Now. My examination showed no signs of any further bleeding, so I'm releasing you. But please, take it easy for the next few days, and if anything unusual should occur, call me or Dr. Samuels right away.
Oh, I promise, Dr. Porter, I will.
And remember, there's no reason at all for this pattern to repeat itself. This had nothing to do genetically with you or your husband. The next time you get pregnant, you should carry a healthy baby full term.
Great. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I appreciate it. Thank you for everything.
Now, I know you didn't have a chance to discuss this abortion with your husband. I think you should do that right away.
Dr. Porter, I know what his reaction would have been. I made my choice by the medical information that you gave me. Thank you so much.
Good then. Have a safe trip.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello?
Good morning, love. It's bright and early in Denver, and I love you very much.
Perfect timing. I'm on my way to Oakdale.
Great. I'm gonna head out of Denver as soon as the opening address is over, get back in Oakdale in time to rock the vote, and then I hope we can have a quiet evening alone.
Well, I have to go by and see Holden, and then I'm all yours.
I love it. We're going to vote together.
I know.
That's so cute. Who are you going to vote for?
Tom Hughes.
Hi, guys. Oh, hi. Thanks again for looking after Carrie last night. I really appreciate it.
I wouldn't have let you go if I'd known where you're going.
And believe me, I wish you hadn't.
Well, did you get the answers that you were looking for?
Well, there's that. So, listen, where are you guys going?
We're going to vote. I am so excited. My first presidential election.
Congratulations. See ya. Oh, come here. We're about to go in and see your daddy, okay? And there's no reason for you to be scared whatsoever. Okay? All right.
Oh, my God, you look so much better than you did flat out on that terrace last night.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi, Angel. You look so cute.
Daddy? Huh?
Hey, sweetness.
How you doing?
I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. Listen, I got a call today from Charles DeWitt while Andy and Courtney were here. Candace told him everything about the blackmail payments I've been making to protect the family and the business. I just told Tom and Margot everything. When Charles gets here, he'll be able to confirm everything I've told you.
Oh, I couldn't eat a thing. I was fine on the drive out here, but when I started thinking about facing Holden again, my stomach just got in knots, and I'm scared all over again.
Angel. I didn't know you were here. It's good to have you.
Well, Holden invited me for breakfast, so I came.
He did he? Good. Where is Holden?
He and Marcia are out taking a walk around the farm.
All right. Well, I got to head out to the fields myself. Lily, I just wanted to say I know how painful all this is for you, but I want to tell you I admire your courage for sticking around.
Thanks.
I'll see you guys.
We just have to start all over again. All of us.
The farm is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's a lot like the pictures and articles in that magazine. But you know, as beautiful as it is, and knowing that I did grow up here, still doesn't bring back any memory.
Well, you're already building memories of it and your family. And I'm very pleased to see how you're relating to them all. So I think it would be much easier on you if I fly back to New York.
Marcia, if you go back to New York today, I'm going with you.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you by Dawn Dishwashing